أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. اتل ما أوحي إليك من الكتاب وأقم الصلاة إن الصلاة تنهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون.
بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Welcome back everyone to our daily Ramadan reflections, where each night we look into a different juz and we look into a verse or verses from that juz. And alhamdulillah, tonight we are in the 19th night of Ramadan, and we just listened to a very significant verse, one that I'm sure many of us are familiar with. And this verse is out of Juz number 20. Specifically, this was out of Surah Al-Ankabut, and it was verse number 45. And in this verse, Allah Azza wa Jal tells us, "Recite, O Muhammad, what has been revealed to you of the book, and establish prayer. Indeed, prayer prohibits immorality and wrongdoing, and the remembrance of Allah is greater, and Allah knows that which you do." SubhanAllah. Again, this verse, I'm sure many of us have heard before. So wallahi, it is a very, very powerful one. Here Allah Azza wa Jal is instructing our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam to, number one, recite what has been revealed to him in the book. In other words, recite from the Quran. Recite and appreciate. Dive into the Quran. And of course, this is also an instruction for us to truly look into the Quran, to recite its words, to understand them, to let them really sink into our hearts. And Allah Azza wa Jal tells us to establish prayer. To establish prayer. And He tells us then of some of the great benefits of salah, of prayer. And that is that prayer prohibits immorality and wrongdoing. In other words, my dear beloved brothers and sisters, our prayer is our protection. We are taught to guard and protect our prayer. Sahulala. To guard and protect our prayer. Where here Allah Azza wa Jalla is telling us that it is a protection for us as well. That it prohibits immorality and wrongdoing. So we protect our salah, and in fact our salah protects us. SubhanAllah. Allah tells us that His remembrance is greater, and that He knows that which we do. He knows not only the bad, but the good as well. He knows when we are reciting the Quran and we are appreciating every single letter, we are giving it its due respect. when we recite it, we don't rush through it. We don't read it and not try to understand it. No. Allah Azza wa Jal knows when we take the time and we allow it to sink in to our hearts. And Allah knows when we establish our prayers. And He knows when we remember Him. SubhanAllah. I ask Allah Azza wa Jal to give us the ability to truly recite the Quran and appreciate it, and to establish our prayers, and to constantly remember Him. Ameen. Allahumma ameen. And as always, I ask Allah Azza wa Jal to give us the ability to take full advantage of this beautiful and blessed month. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك وجزاكم الله خيرا والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.